Okay, so the area of a triangle, if you look in the first picture, the triangle is 4 by 4. If I turn that into a square, 4 by 4, you can see inside, like in previous videos with the area of a rectangle or area of a square, you can do base times height, or count the squares. If you count the squares or you do base times height, 4 times 4, that would give you 16 centimetres squared. But that is for the area of the square. The triangle takes up half of it, so you need to divide that answer by 2. And that will give you 8 centimetres squared for the first triangle. If we look at the second one, same principles. It's a triangle 4 by 3, which I can turn into a rectangle 4 by 3. If it was a rectangle 4 by 3, that would be 12 centimetres squared. And again, you could count the squares in the picture, but the triangle takes up half of the space, so half the area, 12 divided by 2, 6 centimetres squared. And so on. Third one, we've got a rectangle 2 by 5, 2 by 5, count the squares, or 2 times 5 is 10 centimetres squared. That's for the area of the rectangle, half it, and you get 5 centimetres squared. Now, there is a formula that you can use, and the formula would be the base times the height and then divide by 2. That would work on the final example, which isn't a particular right angle triangle, and you can see that it's 4 units by 2 units, so the base is 4 and the height is 2. So 4 times 2, which is 8, and then 8 divided by 2 to get you 4, and again centimetres squared. So it works with the triangle even when it's not right angle. Again, you could put a little rectangle around it to show, and then if you imagine splitting the triangle there, you can see this piece would take up half of that space and the other piece takes up half there. So it does work for all triangles. Now if we take all the squares away and have a look at these final few questions, sometimes in the exam you could be given more information, and it's about just locating the base and the height. So the base of the first triangle would be 11, so the base is 11, and then just find the height. You can either do that just by looking at it, so the height, or imagine it in a rectangle. So the height would be that length there, which is the same in the middle, which is 4. And it could be inches, so it would be 11 times 4, which is 44, and then divide it by 2 because it's only a triangle, so that's 22, but the units this time is inches squared. So that's that one. And then just this bottom one we'll have a look at, because that's going to be just like the one from before. So that one, just straightforward. Final one on the bottom. If we just have a look at the base of the triangle. So the base runs from there to there. So the base is 12. And the height of the triangle would be just from the side there. So the height is 8. So base times height, 12 times 8. That would give you 96. And then half of that to give you 48, and the units for this one is centimetres squared. Now the only reason they give you additional information, let's say for example in the one I highlighted in pink, it could be to calculate the perimeter instead, and that's where it would be useful, because that way you could go around the shape and do the perimeter, so 5 plus 12 plus 13. So the information is sometimes on there for perimeter and area.